Thank you, everyone. Thank you, the LXJS organizers, to letting me here speaking about hardware and the Internet of Things. So let's first start with the first check. So, do you everybody see the camera on the left? Hope so. Maybe we can even go full screen. You should read it, right? Are you reading it? Are you not reading it? OK, so perfect. So this is OK. So let's keep on. What we are going to talk today? Well, today I'm showing you how to build Internet of Things apps using this protocol called MQTT. Well, why does this matter? You see this is a tiny LCD here. It's connected to an Arduino Uno. It creates its own Wi-Fi network, so please be gentle. If you see a Wi-Fi network called Arduino Uno, please do not connect. Otherwise, my demo won't work. So please, be gentle. So this is my LCD, and I have this little form on my HTML5 slides. So I can start typing hello, OK, which is very nice, guys. And I can turn, and you can see it on the. OK, let's do this again. So, yes. Come on, demo effect. OK, so you can see it on the display. So this guy is connected to my computer, and this is open a Wi-Fi network, and I'm using this protocol called MQTT to control it. I also have one more thing. Well, what's MQTT? MQTT is a publish subscribe protocol, which means, well, publish subscribe means that you can connect multiple devices and exchange it and send data to all of them. MQTT has multiple quality of service, which means that you can get, I don't know, at least one semantic or exactly one semantics, depending on the requirements of your application. It's little overhead, which means actually that it can consume at minimum like 2 bytes per hour of payload, which is very little, and you can run it on 2G networks in a very inexpensive way. It has offline messaging, which means that all the offline part that it's already handled, it's already done for you. You should not do anything to support offline. When you connect back, you will receive all the messages that you have lost. It also has retained messages, which is a feature for, it's like a key value store in there. Well, how does this matter to robots? We'll see in a moment. Well, MQTT is publish subscribe, so in order to receive some data, you need to listen or subscribe for stuff beforehand. So, why we want to build robots? First of all, to change the world and sense the real world, right? Well, we can control our LCD from our tiny little HTML5 slides. HTML5 slides are extremely cool, and I can use them to actually execute some code live. So, well, let's start executing this one. I've showed you from the form in my HTML5 slide. Let me execute this code. So if it works, OK, LXJS, thank you. Hello, everybody. Hey. OK, so that's back. I love MQTT. OK, so I also have an infrared temperature sensor. And I have the ambient temperature and the object temperature. So does anybody knows where I'm wearing this sensor? OK. So this is my sensor. This is a tiny, this guy is a tiny Bluetooth low energy device called sensor tag. It comes with its own NPM module, so you can control it from Node, OK? It gives you data live, and I'm just streaming this data from MQTT to my slides. Yes, let me show this to you. OK, so you can see it, right? It's a little bit tiny and, well, whatever. So, well, we can do crazy stuff. For example, start printing our temperature to our LCD and building a thermostat, right? So we have this tiny little code that create an MQTT client, subscribe to the topic I'm using to publish the data from this sensor tag. It emits us some data every second. And then when we have it, we just print it to publish it to our Yun topic. The Yun is connected to the prints everything on the that is published on the Yun with a Yun prefix. Okay, and then after 3 seconds, we just close everything. So let's run this, and we are seeing the temperature, right? It's the same temperature we see in the previous slides, and we are just connecting it, live connecting it to our order. So, okay. Some stuff starts going wrong, okay. You know, demo effect, things stopped working. So when things stop work, you know this little thing? Do you like segmentation fault? This is, you know, when you have binary add-ons and you are in a talk at an international conference, things start segmenting. So let's hope this works again. Okay, so we have it back together. So I'm using MQTT also from the data I'm publishing from this device to control the slides. So actually, the HTML5 slide toolkit that I'm using called Bespoke.js. If you don't use Bespoke.js, you should use Bespoke.js. It's amazing. And actually, and so I'm publishing some stuff from here. And you can see I'm publishing on a topic deck. And this little sharp that you see is like a wildcard. It's a wildcard. So everything that's directly to the deck, which is my slide deck, I will publish it to the Yun. Okay? So we can try a little bit playing with this guy. Okay? You can see Yun deck next and can come back and come forward, whatever. Then it goes back to I love MQTT. Okay? So I'm controlling the slides through this guy. How I'm doing this, all of this? Well, first, this is connected to via Bluetooth Low Energy through this node program that just got segmentation fault. So you have seen it, me restarting that program that is doing this stuff. It received the events from the buttons, from these two buttons. You can see it over here. We have a button on the right and a button on the left that I can click. So I can click the button and turn and move stuff. Okay, the web application is connected to my broker using WebSocket. MQTT is a binary protocol, but since I don't know what version, we can have binary data over WebSocket. It's not for Internet Explorer, guys. Only Internet Explorer 11, but I have not tested it. I'm sorry, Internet Explorer. You're out of the Internet of Things, maybe. And then this data comes to my slide deck, and it triggers a sliding API. So, OK. So I have some more hardware over here, right? So what I'm going to do first, this is a nice push button, OK? I think you can buy it from Adafruit, whatever. This is the button, OK? I've made some very bad soldering, as you can see, to get this thing. It has 3 connections. This one is the power. And this one it's connected to the power when the button is pressed. OK? So this is my bad soldering. I'm not really good at soldering, guys. So what can we do? Well, first of all, we need an Arduino. I have an Arduino here. It's an old one. It's an old model, I think. OK? Whatever. Very old friend. Done a lot of stuff with him. So we just wire our thing here and over here. And then we turn the camera. So you can see what I'm doing, right, guys? OK, so we get our button, and this is the power. So we connect it to the power over in our breadboard. And we need some more thing to get the power there. So whatever. Okay. You know when you start seeing, okay, I'm not doing any live coding live. Okay, I'm doing hardware. This is the first rule of doing a presentation, never do live coding. I'm hardware, so whatever. So we need 5 volts, and we need the ground, okay? And, oh, yep. Okay, so then we have this thing, which is our, well, this is it, okay, which is our data sensing thing. So I'm using a little resistance over here as a pull-down resistance, which means to have it to 0 when it's not connected, because otherwise it's floating. If you are into hardware stuff, this means something. If you're not into hardware, forget about what I said and put a resistance. OK, this is a nice red LED. So we are just touching this here. And, well, whatever. And over here. And then we wire this to mass. So, oh, come on, man. OK, yeah, I got it wrong. Over here. OK, so we have a little light. We can blink a light. So this works. So let's wire the other ones. It's, well, simpler. Over here. Whoop. OK, so we have a red button, and we have a blue button. And we have a yellow button. It's not blue, whatever. It's the cable I'm using. We need a little resistance over here connecting. Here we go. And a tiny LED, too, so we can just keep seeing if everything works fine. LEDs are very extremely cool stuff to use to see if you to debug your other projects. So, and we wire it to the ground too. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so we can have a red and okay. So, well, let's move to some more nice stuff, some coding. So, can you all see the code? Yes, well. Okay, how many of you have done the, how many of you know Johnny 5? All of you guys, okay, so you are familiar with Johnny 5. So we can create a button and, okay, and connect it to the 7 thing, and we need it here. Okay, so and when this is pressed, okay, we can print something. Okay, so okay, so let's start this thing. Oh. Yes, it should be connected. OK, so let's try it. We need to connect it to 7. Over here. OK, so it might work. OK, so we wired our button. Let's wire all the other ones, which we need for our little demo in a moment. So let's wire 8 to over here and over here, okay? And oh yeah, but you're not seeing what I'm doing, so it's very nice. And well, okay, so we have wired 8, and we need to change our code to handle this stuff. So let's make a nice little function to create a button. Okay, we take a number, and we have this thing here, and whatever. Here we go. Okay, so here we are, and we have 7, so we are just saying num down. Okay, so we have 7, and Okay, if you don't like this, I'm sorry, guys. And here we go. So let's try restarting this stuff. Oh, fun. Yes, thank you very much. You are following what I'm doing, so maybe the talk is going well. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so we have this kind of two things. This is not working, and this is not working anymore. What's happening? Here we go. Okay, let's go for the nice and simple way. This is the nice and simple way. Yes? OK. So 5 minutes. OK, so I'm going to be fast. OK, so we have two of them. So let's wire the third one super fast. Otherwise, they are killing me, and because I'm going over time. And we all eat lunch later. So whatever, over here. So here we go. Let's wire this thing. OK, so we have the third LED. Over here, we need the resistance. Otherwise, this thing won't work. Or you will start to see crazy numbers, which is even better. OK, so, and then we need to send this stuff to the 9 button. OK. So, fun stuff happening. You know, hardware is hard. And I'm sorry, Pedro, David, I'm going over time. And here we go. OK, so here we are. So we can wire it the 8 button. It should be easier right now because we have all this in place. So we are 9. OK, so here we go. Node button. Let's start seeing if it works. So, OK, this Arduino, I said it's old Arduino. OK, so let's start this Arduino again. OK, so 7 down, 8 down, 9 down. OK, so we have wired our big buttons. What can we do with this stuff? So we are using MQTT. So let's do some MQTT live. So we require just our MQTT library. OK. And we create a client. Sorry for the C name, but it renders nice on the screen. And we create a client. OK? So with this client, I'm just having to say a color for each of our buttons. So we have a color. So we just print the color here. OK, just to. And then we publish some stuff. So C publish votes. And we publish the color. OK? So maybe we are building a voting machine. Don't know. So we just publish our data. And these, we have the 9 button. The 3 buttons, we pass the color. So 7 is red. 8 is yellow. And 9 is green. OK, so yes. So here we go. Do you think I have to restart this thing? No. OK, working. So we are wiring this stuff here. OK? We may wire directly to our LCD display, but since I am over time, I am just showing you some more stuff. OK, so you see this little thing? Chrome crashed. OK, I'm sorry, guys. I need to restart Google Chrome. Yes, thank you. OK, so when you think, OK. So, OK. So we have votes. We can have our live vote machine. And, well, we can move our camera over here. So you can see again our Yon. And we can receive the votes. and we just increase the counts. Okay? So we can keep track on if you like my talk or not. So let's start doing this. Okay, so here we are. So let's push this. What's happening, guys? Demo effect, this stuff was working. OK, so how we debug this? Whatever. We can just say, OK, so you can see some stuff going on. It's not publishing stuff on MQTT. Have I saved this? Oh, yes, OK, it should be. So votes. OK, so whatever. Why? OK, I have to fix this, guys. Oh, yes, definitely. Yes, thank you, Pedro. Yes, it should be inside the callback, otherwise, whatever, it's not going to work. Yes, so let's see if it works. OK, yes. Thank you, Pedro. OK. So here we are. OK, so let's run this thing again. OK, so this -2 goes down. This goes up by 1. This goes up by 2. And if we reach 10, it stops. OK, so we push the button. It doesn't work anymore. We can have even it on the slide, so I can track red votes, because my demo didn't work. I can track yellow, and I can track green stuff. So this is all for you to saying it's simple to wire in what you have built doing with Johnny 5 and Arduino to the internet. There is also a very nice library. There is also a very nice library for Arduino called PubSub Client, which works very well. Well, let me say just a little bit of stuff to my MQTT broker. I've written an MQTT broker called Mosca. You can just use it standalone, which is what I'm using, or you can just use it inside your app. And you can use this for storing, I don't know, each message for a time series or whatever. Well, you can plug your authentication API, well, deploy it in very tons of ways. There is little documentation. Please help me, guys. It needs also needs a database. Well, it's very important. It supports WebSocket natively, so well, it just works. It's kind of fast. Okay. There is a test instance. This is me. I'm over time, so I'm not presenting myself. Thank you. And thank you, guys.